What's going on, bros? Are you having trouble with electric components, understanding the theory? Well, I can't help. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try to help you. You can do this. Hang on. Let me put this down. Look at me. We can do this. All right? I'll help you out. I'll get you started. I can't solve everything for you, but I'll at least help you visualize what it is you might be missing when it comes to voltage drop. So in this video, I'm not going to give you a bunch of numbers. I'm not going to give you a board to visualize it. It's just going to be you and me talking. It's going to be very casual, and hopefully you get a basic understanding. So when you do go over to those charts that have all the wires and the light bulbs and the battery, it's going to come together because of this video. And just a quick side note, I do run my own Etsy shop that, hey, might help you out. If you have a toolbox, I sell stickers and magnets for it. So some of you guys have already picked up some stickers and magnets, and I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. But anyway, let's get on into the video. I don't want to keep you sweating. All right, so I'm going to do my best to help you out without the traditional cork board and the numbers and blah, 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 blah. Let's pretend I have $100, right? And you want to borrow $5 because generally voltage drop is about 5%. So 5% of 100 is $5. We can all speak money here. We all know about the cheddar. Let's keep this analogy going. So I have $100, you want $5, and that is what you need. All right, cool. But I can't just give you $5. We have to use a system which requires 2 ropes to give you that $5. All right, cool. And that's why we're doing this. One is a red wire, one is a black wire. This one's positive, this one's negative. All right, now we're going to pretend that my $100 is the voltage for the battery, all right? Say 12.6, but instead we're using my $100, all right? So in a perfect world, I'm going to use my positive wire to give you the $5 and you're going to receive it. Oh, cool, I got $5. But for whatever reason, you only received $1.50. And that is when the diagnosing process comes in. What happened between me sending you these $5 and you receiving them? And that's when we start diagnosing. So first we check our positive wire. Okay, you already know I definitely had $100, which would be your battery of 12.6, for example. Now, when I sent it to you, you should have had $5 because the voltage drop is usually 5%, as I said earlier, but you didn't. You did receive some money, just not much of it, which leads you to believe, okay, let's pinpoint where we lost our $5. So we're going to check the positive lead over here between your side and my side. You're going to notice that, well, the lead is only showing 1.5, 1.2, something that's, that isn't the initial $5. That is how you're going to know that this wire, the positive one, is bad because there's either some kind of fraying within our line or there's corrosion at the tips. Say our gloves have peanut butter or something and we just can't collect all the money. So that's pretty much the essence of voltage drop. Something happened between our transfer and you can tell using a multimeter where that issue is. Because for example, say you wanted to give me my $5 back to complete the circuit and I get my $5 back, you know the negative side is a-okay. So we can let these go now for a second, right? Right, we can let these go. Your hands feel sweaty, mine feels sweaty. So yeah, that's all voltage drop really is. I mean, generally speaking, 5% of whatever your initial voltage is acceptable, and anything more than that, well, you really have to start looking at the specs on what is the tolerance is. But that's a very general example, right? It's just a different way of teaching it. This layback style is how I tell friends, family, coworkers, whoever's having a hard time. Obviously, this is just a stepping stone. You can really start diving into the theory the more you look into it. So this system helped me out a lot. It's called the 1, 2, 3, 4 method, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the first point, you just measured the voltage of the battery, which is your original source. That's why I was saying the $100. The second point is the positive to positive cable, and that's your second point. Your third point is through, say, your light bulb prongs, both the positive and negative from that system, and the fourth would be just from the negative back to the battery. So somewhere when you measure all those voltages, you're going to notice a significant drop on one side or the other or through the component. So it's a quick layback way of showing you this without getting lost in the wires and the multimeters and checking the device. That's basically what voltage drop is. So it's not scary. Working on electric isn't bad. I think some people just need more layback style of teaching sometimes without the, oh, you gotta do this and the light bulb. Hey, hopefully this is slowed down enough to where you get a grasp of it, at least the initial idea. I know it's silly, just grab on the thing, but hey, sometimes I need that. So maybe this is a video more for me instead of you guys. Maybe you guys are able to pick up on this stuff really quick and it takes me a little while longer. Maybe I'm the goofball, but if you're a fellow goofy goober, then hey, this helps out the both of us because it's the blind leading the blind here. So hopefully you enjoyed that video and I gave you a quick rundown on how voltage drop works without the traditional ways of teaching it. If you did, go ahead and comment down below if this was useful, if it sucked, if it was a waste of time. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If you noticed something that I did miss, please comment down below and correct me. Outside of that, go ahead and check out my Etsy shop. I do sell stickers to mechanics and tradesmen, like I said. Link is in the description down below. And with that said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.